Hello. Okay, first thing. Today is our PC collection, and we will be starting off with the World of Warcraft chest, which is the Burning Crusade and the original classic, which, the last time I read, they're going to combine these two. So this chest thing pretty much is discontinued, though still workable, because I still see them for sale in some places. They're just probably the last stock. And probably once those are all sold out, they'll probably make some kind of new chest that probably has Lich King in the new combined classic Burning Crusade. The original chest here, though, came with one extra thing, which is interesting for, see, most of the information in them is pretty worthless now. So you got the regular instruction booklets, information thing, but you had two guidebooks that came with them, and this has pretty interesting information that if you're interested in how certain things will prior to many patches that would later come and make much of this stuff extinct. It actually also talks about some bosses and such that don't even actually exist in the game anymore, like the world raids, basically. They were a thing that was attempted in Classic and kinda did in Burning Crusade, but pretty much was completely dropped after this. Interestingly, Cataclysm has a few creatures that kinda represent world bosses, but they're kinda sketchy in the way they worked. So moving on, we got a lot of PC stuff to go through. So next, we got Diablo 2 in its box. Yes, Diablo 2. The wonders I never seen this. I still have its booklet too. Well, okay, that's Diablo 2. Did I have? I know I had Diablo 1's booklet somewhere. Oh, I know where that is. I have it on my shelf with loose booklets. Okay. I do have Diablo 1's booklet. I used to keep it in Diablo 2's box, because I don't have a box for Diablo 1. Yes, and there was much lore and information, icons, everything. Blizzard always knew how to make good stuff. Thank goodness they still do. If they didn't, it would suck. Especially with the new company that owns them. Completely free over the internet. Yay! They'd better be doing that with Diablo 3, I tell you. It'd be suck, it'd be like, oh yeah, we'll charge you money, by the way. Okay, moving on, we also have Diablo 2's only expansion, the Lord of Destruction, which features a very similar box, just much smaller. No, I did not get Lord of Destruction until much later. Like, I got Diablo 2 when it first came out. For some reason, I just didn't get to the Lord of Destruction until a long time later. But it was pretty good, even though it was just basically one extra act. Then we have the StarCraft chest. One of my first PC games, and yeah, I know, you're probably like, what? But StarCraft... See, I never had my own personal computer. I always had to play on other people's, so I didn't really technically own... And similar to the World of Warcraft chest, it came with guidebooks for and strategy information. You don't find this this particular chest anymore, I believe. I believe the revamped chest looked a lot more like the World of Warcraft chest with small booklets. So I would say, but of course, I believe those also have applied new patches, because they're always patching. Moving on, Final Fantasy XI. It was the 2008 collection. Man, it's been that long. It's 2012. And I started Final Fantasy XI back in, like, 2007 or 6. Man, it's been that long. Reminiscing of the old time. But anyway, this is pretty much the complete collection. The only thing that's really missing on this is, well, actually, there is one more version that has more than this that ain't DLC type. There was one more that had the 3 mini expansions. And then, currently you can't get the Abyssea 3 mini expansions, which were the next 3. There was no physical version of those as far as I'm aware of. Yeah, nice little collection that it's a good start off for, but you're probably better off getting the one that has, the additional 3 with the, let's see, what were they called? The Moogle one. Let's see, there was the Moogle, the one with the evil, crazy black mage chick, and the Crystal Prophecy. Yeah. Plants vs. Zombies. Ba 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 ba. The original one, before it all. Well, the original physical release. Now here's a interesting thing. House of the Dead one on PC. You would notice there was a very weird. Let's see, make sure that's yeah. Now that's very weird, and I thought this actually might have been an illegal copy of the game. I got it off Amazon. It did not show it like this though. It was just I looked this up, and if I remember correctly, this is a European company that remakes games for the PC. Like, it re-releases old PC games, basically. And they even have the original Warcraft title under their set. So it's actually kind of interesting. And see, what's the waiting? Where is the waiting? Yeah. Yeah, it's like, according to it, it was a European company, so, but it's House of the Dead 1, it works perfectly fine. They make it where it properly will work on more modern PCs, is basically what they do, to my understanding. But it works, I was able to beat it and everything. Pretty fucking corny, though. It was the first time I ever played House of the Dead 1. I played House of the Dead 2 before in arcades, but I never played 1 ever until I got this. Because Sega Saturn version is very costly. It costs a lot of money. So, when I found that out, I got that. But anyway, now we have Warcraft 3. This is when I started taking care of my PC boxes and keeping them there, because when I was younger, back in Diablo 1 age, I'm pretty sure I did have Diablo 1's box at some point, but, Warcraft 3 was a very good game. It came out, and, sadly, similar to Diablo 2, I would never get to its expansion until a much later date. Where are you, expansion? I want to get you out while we're talking about you. Here we are. Now, I have never finished the expansion yet. The Frozen Throne, which has a bit of a different kind of fold-out thing, like right there. So, yeah. I played a portion of it, but I never really finished it. Mainly because I wanted to get the DLC Orc expansion quest thingy, and I was having some problem getting orcs. I can't remember exactly, but basically I had stopped and was wanting to look into that now, but never got to it. Put you there, because we're going to keep these in a certain order. Moving on, we have World of Warcraft's expansion, ironically, right after the Wrath of the Lich King, which, yes, it also featured a 2-panel fold-out with a really big art of the Lich King now. Basically, World of Warcraft, I think it has its ups and downs, and thing I get sick of, thing I really liked between Final Fantasy XI and World of Warcraft was the fact that Final Fantasy XI did not, it's been doing it now, so it's now guilty of the same crime, but I hate the constant changing of everything over and over again. They're changing everything again for this next expansion now. The Mists of Pandaria, or whatever the heck it was. Now we get some loose stuff here. The go through before we go through some more stuff. The original Warcraft, Orcs and Humans. I don't have the booklet, but I do have the case, and it's a very plain case without its booklet. I'm not sure what the front booklet looked like. I think it featured just a generic orc and human facing each other on the cover, kind of like the Small Soldiers thing here. But still the hardest real-time strategy game I ever played. The final mission of the Orc campaign is hard. Fucking hard as hell. Nails. Just hard as nails, for goodness sakes. A very interesting Small Soldiers game. Small Soldiers Squad Commando. All-out warfare in a battle to save your neighborhood. This is kind of like a real-time strategy game in a way, but it's also simplified. There's no resources. You basically get toy count, and you can create the toys of which side you are, whether you're the Gorgonites or the Commando Elite. It was interesting, and I enjoyed it. It had a bizarre ending for the Commando Elite if you beat it. That was humorous, though. Now here's something. I have not personally played this version. Oop. Let's do it with mouse. I've not personally played this version. I don't know if I can get it to work, but I saw it for really cheap, and I just picked it up. Like I said, I never played it because the Xbox, I believe it's the 5th game in the series, if you're counting everything, I think. But anyway, the Xbox version comes with a version of the original Panzer Dragoon on it as an unlockable. So I never needed to play this, but it was cheap, so I got just in case it was something whale that, which I still don't know if it actually is whale, but Panzer Dragoon on the PC, which I never even knew existed on the PC. This is a 60-degree war zone that will drop you in the middle of dark caves and vast deserts. It has Sega all over it, and it says Sega PC Collection, distributed exclusively by Export Software. I really don't know if this is a good version or anything, to be honest, though. Now, here we go. We're going to skip you for a second. The original Diablo. Now, Diablo was pretty kick-ass game. I mean, how can you go wrong with the original dungeon crawler Diablo? It's really a shame that it's really hard to play online on these now, because apparently how the system was when I last tried, since they were done for phone connections ever since we went into cables and stuff, apparently it's really hard to connect with people over cable. There's a lot of weird difficulties of it. Now here's an interesting experiment for it. Now, it is related to Diablo 1, and by that you should immediately already know what it is, and if you don't, then you probably never heard of it. The only expansion for Diablo 1, Hellfire. It was made by Sierra, who at the time made a lot of weird, see, like here in the back, there's a thing for a expansion for Half-Life that Sierra did. Hellfire is a very strange beast of its own. It doesn't have a lot of content, but it has a lot of bizarre content on it. And there's even, what's funny is, see, 8 new quests, but if I remember correctly, I think 3 of them are actually not unlocked properly. Like, they weren't finished, but yet they advertised them anyway. You can get them open pretty easily. You can find out on the internet, but it is kind of weird that they would advertise them when they didn't really present them in a finished fashion. Hellfire is a very bizarre, added a new class, a few new spells, and made some things that were scroll-only spells available as book spells that you could learn, and introduced a new boss and a few zones and stuff. But you can't play online, and it was never officially supported by Blizzard, and its storyline isn't supported by Blizzard. All battle chests and stuff never included Hellfire, so if you ever wanted Hellfire, you had to get it on. Okay, go. Whoop. Go back here. No, 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 no. There we go. Good. Now, next, we're going to have a whole bunch of these here in a bit. My first Iron Man game, Iron Man 2, which I did have the box and everything and I lost all of it, which is a shame. I did get later on, which basically included almost all of the series, the Iron Man Battle Chest, which I believe I got the box put away, but I got all the CDs here and that. I did not like how that was packed, though. It is never a good idea to actually, you know, do I have, I'm pretty sure, actually, I want to show this. Be right back. Terribly sorry about that. That was very unprofessional. I usually have like a shelf with all these box things and keep the CDs out until I beat them all and that. But this is never a good idea for your storage. A thing with little cardboard things where they can move around. If you got them completely stand still, it's okay. Some of these CDs were very questionable, and yeah, but we're going to be going through all the games that go to that, so I'm not going to really bother to go over those. Very sorry about that. I was like, honestly, what did I do with that thing? And then I sat right there. I don't know why. But anyway, going on. Alone in the Dark 2. As I beat the DOS version of Alone in the Dark 1, but I only own long ago, I did have an emulation version of Alone in the Dark 1, back at my age of stupidity. To make up for it, I wanted to purchase it. So I purchased the DOS PC version, where the guy who sent it to me from Amazon gave me a, what was it? I think it was a 3DO copy, I believe, and I had to message him about it, and he actually did not believe me. He thought it actually was the PC version. I had to prove through Wikipedia articles and stuff of what it was, and through pictures, and he basically refunded my money and told me just keep it. But anyway, I do have Alone in the Dark One-Eye Jack for DOS. I also have it for Sega Saturn, but I couldn't even play the Sega Saturn version. It's like some really I don't even know how to describe it. The controls just don't work for me. I don't know if it's just my copy, my controller, or the Sega Saturn. I know it's on the PS1 version, PS1 as well. Never played that one, but for some reason, I can't get the Sega Saturn one to work properly. I mean, it works, but it's hard to describe the issue. Like, the way you control it just doesn't seem to work for some reason. I don't know. I don't know how to really describe it. But anyway, we got much more to go on here. And hopefully we won't have any more stupid delays. So, next thing we got is the Final Fantasy XIV Collector Edition that I got on sale during its giant blemish that everyone kept ranting on it about being a horrible piece of crap. The collectible edition started becoming on sale, and I still can't play this damn game. my PC is not good enough to play it, which is a big shame because I really wanted to play this game. I don't care what the criticism said. It looked pretty good to me. Yeah. I could see the little issues, but it was a launch. Obviously, we will not be showing. Let me make sure where the codes are, because I will not be showing. Okay, they're inside, so I will not be showing any of the codes. Obviously, the case is pretty basic. I really hate the cover art for him. I really hope they make something better for the supposed PS3 version, which I'm still hoping for. But not much unique though. Got a making of CD, which I gave its own case to because it was a piece of crap, similar to Final Fantasy XI in World of Warcraft. Get out. It has a number thingy you can register to your account to help keep it secure. It gives you a unique number, probably password, and it gives you a nice little booklet here you can write a lot of notes on. But also in the back, I believe, yeah, the back had a few pieces of concept art, but not a lot. Just a few pages, like 5 of that. Overall, I haven't watched the making of CD. I probably should do that one day sometime. It's a pretty nice looking chest, but to be honest, the contents, you get bonus stuff with this. I get the in-game onion helm and a rite of passage. I also get a buddy pass. But be honest, I've had this thing since the game came out, so I'm not really sure if these codes are even workable anymore, which would really suck, to be honest. But you know, it just sucks I can't play it. I was hoping to actually play it on a friend's PC, but that might still have a chance of happening now. But at the moment, not really. But if I do, I definitely want to record that stuff. You know, I would have loved to record my adventures in Final Fantasy XI a lot. So anyway, we got some more box stuff right here. Spore. One of the most pirated games when it came out, as a defiance of the stupid piracy software EA put on this stupid thing. Also, it took me a while to get the fucking thing to work when I first got it. Alan beat it like one night. He got to what was considered like the end. But, SWAT 4, Spoony, inspired me to buy this thing, and it's actually pretty interesting to play. I would definitely advise checking it out. It's not bad for a realistic idea. Super Meat Boy, fun as fuck. But anyone who knows me, because I know this is a very reflecty cover, so there we go. But I'm very bad at platforming games, but Super Meat Boy, this is the Ultra Edition. The physical form is the Ultra Edition, which included a digital soundtrack, which it doesn't tell you it's digital on the front. I believe the back did. You get a sketchbook, a full comic, a poster, and more. Ironically, the poster is actually the opposite side of the cover, so they kind of cheaped on that. But a physical version of Meat Boy, I like that better. I really wish. I understand it's hard for indie developers to do stuff like this, but I love physical versions. And when I heard Super Meat Boy was going to be physical, I was there buying it first. And at the same time, it's similar, but sadly, my PC can't run it. Amnesia, Darkest Descent, right? Yeah, Darkest Descent. Very highly praised survival horror game. A lot of people said it was great. That cover was horrible, though. What the hell was THQ thinking about that, though? Looks awful, but I really wanted to play this, and it just sucks my PC can't start it. For some reason, it won't boot up properly, so. See, me and PC gaming is always a rocky ride. Usually when I get games don't play, I usually have to wait until I get a new one and get to play on that. Another one that I never got to play, a friend of mine did, Demigod. Demigod was supposed to be kind of a weird mixed thing of like World of Warcraft, Warcraft 3's like hero thing, real-time strategy, and like hack and slash, and it was supposed to be a weird combination of games that. Also, what was interesting, I wonder if the company's still around, because they were taking a really big risk by releasing this game with no form of piracy protection, and their stance was that. And I agree with this stance, to be honest. Screwing your customer even more, it's understandable you want to protect your product, and a customer can respect that, to the extent that it doesn't fucking harm your purchase. If it's fucking, this is one of the worst fucking releases I ever got when it came to piracy shit. Like, I was lucky I was able to get this thing to work. Some people couldn't even fucking get it to work for ages. It took me 2 weeks, I believe, to get the fucking thing to work. But, I did buy that brand new FC. I like supporting good games. StarCraft 2. Ironically, Blizzard continues its long stance of making their games as accessible as possible, because StarCraft 2 actually will work on my PC. On the lowest fucking settings, but it does actually fucking work. And yeah, I know, you're probably like saying, your computer must be fucking my computer was pretty fucking modern. It was basically perfect for playing World of Warcraft, which was one of the original reasons I bought first. That, and to play the last batch of games that I couldn't get to fucking work on my old Windows 98. My computer is Vista, by the way, which, yes, I know, there's great hatred for Vista. There's hatred for everything for fucking Windows, like, bleh. Everyone hates Windows 7, everyone hates Vista, everyone hates XP, you know, what's new? Everyone hates every version. Anyway, Fallout, the trilogy. This was released pretty, like, not really recently, but this ain't like the old versions. This was released, the original Fallout, Fallout 2, and Fallout Tactics. You can find these mostly at, like, Walmarts and stuff. I played a little Fallout 1. I was able to find a disc of it, but the disc, froze in many places, so I was really unable to play it properly. That's just the SWAT, because it doesn't have a middle thing. Now here's something I tried. Guild Wars Trilogy. Oh. Which, see, yeah, it was the first 3 Guild Wars. I believe there's only one other Guild Wars game. This is a free MMO. Basically, you just buy the game, and there you go. No more payments. I was trying Guild Wars, because, you know, there's tons of freaking people going, oh, this game's awesome, it's awesome, it's awesome. It's really freaking awesome, and it's just... It's an instance-based game. Like, basically, the only place you interact with people is in town. Once you go out into the environment, it's an instance. The entire world is an instance. So you're never really with anyone unless you join in a party. And I don't really like that. That's kind of a turn off to me. So I never really played much of Guild Wars. Okay, of course, we have Cataclysm for World of Warcraft, which similarly has no open up. Cataclysm, I'm very disappointed in Cataclysm. I liked the idea of refreshing some areas, but I don't like how, like, I thought they would, like, for example, let's take Dead Mines. Dead Mines is, like, one of the first instances, unless you're Horde, you will probably go to. They updated Dead Mines, but here's what I thought they would do, and thought it would make sense, that they would leave the original, normal version of it the same, and the new heroic mode would be the new change and everything. But instead, they actually changed even the original and destroyed everything that existed in the original. And I think that's that's what I don't like. You can never re-experience the old stuff now. Cataclysm destroyed so much of Classic. Classic is basically non-existent. And since that means like half of Cataclysm is free if you have normal World of Warcraft. So, you didn't even really buy a lot. they spent more time remaking stuff than really adding stuff to the game. Like that technically counts as adding, but it wasn't part of this. That stuff that revamped Classic and shit goes with normal WoW. Because it's in the normal world. So, as long as it's not in the new special zones for Cataclysm, you could access it as a normal player. So, it's like, what the hell did I really buy? Okay, now we got more loose stuff real quick, and we're almost done here, but we do got a lot of stuff. Army Man's War Chest, the Army Man Toys in Space, the original Army Men, the copy of Army Men 2 that comes with the War Chest, which basically isn't really used to me. Soldier's Heroes, which I believe I had on the PS1, or was it Soldier's Heroes 2? Oh, I can't remember. Army Men Air Attack, which I believe I also had on the PS1. Now here's a game I haven't really, I don't know what the heck kind of game it is, but I got for like really cheap. I think it is a DOS game. It's called Dark Legions. I don't think I've looked it up yet, but I think it is an old DOS game. What's the year number on it? 1994. Yeah, it's probably pretty sure it's probably a DOS game. Sam Max Season 1. I want to get the Wii version of this stuff because you can get them in a lot bigger selections. Mad Dog McCree. Bet you didn't know that was on the PC. Technically that's something else. But anyway, Sacred Gold. Here's an interesting game that I was trying to look for something co-op to play. Sacred is a very Diablo-ish game. With a few interesting ideas thrown into it, but sadly it's normal online, doesn't exist anymore, but you can still connect to people in a network way. So it's it doesn't really have its world anymore online. Then you have Warcraft 2, the Battle Edition for the PC. I have Warcraft 1. I have the Warcraft 2 on PS1. That see, this is both the original and the Dark Sea, the Beyond the Dark Portal expansion. The Tides of Darkness and Beyond the Dark Portal. I originally played the PS1 version, as I just said, but this version's much better to play. Oh, that's not. This is actually, that's a long story. That's a backup copy. Because my original Diablo 1 disc is pretty. See, my mom got that for a friend and gave it to me because she didn't know what it is, and I was a kid, so you probably like, well, she was stupid. That's probably true, because there is some way mature shit in there. But anyway, so I copied it because the disc is damaged a lot, and it still works, but I don't want to damage it even more. Spectacle, Legacy of the Cradle. I've never played this. I got used. Looked interesting. Maybe we'll do something. That's something I got as a kid. Lego Island, 3D action adventure CD-ROM game. It's just a bunch of fucking mini games and shit. It's a very weird game. It's not really anything any grown-up would be interested in. Age of Empires, very interesting historical real-time strategy game. Freedom Force. I'm not really sure what to really compare the Freedom Force. Not really sure what to give examples. But now, Lone Dark 3. The gold's been unearthed. Now only secrets remained. This is the big black sheep of the original trilogy of Lone Dark, since it was a Western game. Like, people thought 2 was weird because it was pirates. 3 has fucking cowboys in it. Strange. Here we go. Space Quest 4. Roger Wilkin and the Time Whippers. The CD. I've never played this. This came from my grandfather when he died. My grandma gave me all his computer stuff, and he actually had this. But I did read that the PC's, the CD version of this is flawed for playing because something on modern computers causes this. There's like some internal timer that basically, if you don't beat the game, you die. And some reason on modern computers it speeds that timer up. So I've been told it's like virtually impossible to play on modern computers. So Black and White and Black and White: The Creature Owls expansion pack. This was a special being on sale, and I just got that. Not really sure how to. It's a god type game. I'm not really sure how to describe it. You basically just a bodiless hand who interacts with the world. Interesting, but I never finished it. StarCraft Insurrection, another CR expansion to Blizzard's series of games. Again, it's not considered part of the storyline or anything, and these are pretty rare and expensive. I was able to actually get this for a decent price that wasn't inhumane. Sadly, the other one, which I can't remember the name off the top, still can't find it for a humane price. It usually goes for like $80 on Amazon. Here's something I got at a pawn shop. I don't know if it works. It didn't work on my old PC. I haven't tried it on my new one, to be honest. This was one game I really did want to try, actually, on my newer PC. But I just never got around to it. The Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. It's a vampire RPG. And it was really dark and fucking weird. I heard it got a lot of interesting fan stuff. Sadly, it launched with a lot of bugs, but a lot of those have been fixed by user base. There's a Warcraft 3 outside its box, but you already saw that. Army Men, Aero Tactics, Half-Life, which also comes with Team Fortress Classic, The Frozen Throne. Now, Star Wars Galactic Battleground Saga, with its expansion, which is Clone Campaigns. This is by the creators of Age of Empire, and it's a real-time strategy game, just like it. Really, to be honest, it's basically Age of Empires with Star Wars skin. And then Army Men World War. And that should be everything here, yep. Nothing else left. So that's my Time PC collection. It's not as large as a lot of my other ones, but it's pretty decent size with pretty very amount of games. I don't have too many really old ones, just a few old ones, but I have a pretty nice range of the kind of 98, 2000-ish range. Well, I hope you've seen anything you like. If you got a comment, please leave a comment. I'll see you next time.